So you've been trying to get clients on social media, and everything you seem to try doesn't seem to be working. You are exasperated, tired, and frustrated with your activities. Well, no more. Well, today I'm going to be discussing how you can attract premium high paying clients using the APK method, my proprietary methodology. To assist you with getting those clients so you can actually focus on what you want to do and love doing instead of constantly trying to get clients. You didn't start a business to constantly try to get clients, you started a business to service people. So I'm Tanya, I'm a business coach and marketing strategist, and I work with people of influence such as authors, coaches, experts, and influencers, course creators, content creators to amplify their market message and attract high paying clients and opportunities. So we're using the APK method so that they can create a business that they love and no longer need an escape from. So right now we are going to be jumping into what is the APK method and how did it come about. So the APK method actually stands for Anchor, Propel, and Cure. So I actually figured it out when I was working. I've been working for myself for quite a long time, and I figured that most of the time, we are constantly trying to get clients, but oftentimes the reason that we struggle to get clients is when we don't get the anchor and propel part properly. So, what does anchor, propel, and cure stand for? Anchor means anchoring your marketing message into who you are and what you stand for, as well as understanding your ideal clients so that you can speak to them. Then we can propel the message that you have to make it relevant to the people you want to speak to, because now you understand them and you understand how to speak to them. So we can then cure the lead generation problem and our sales closing issues, because most of the time our sales closing issues do not come from the fact that we don't know how to sell. It's most of the time it's because people don't understand two things. They either don't understand your offer or they don't understand what you stand for, what are you selling, your marketing message that is not landing, so therefore they cannot buy. I guarantee you that if you have 100 people in your community or 100 people in your audience, 10% of those are sold on who you are. They are sold on you and what they believe you're an expert, they believe you can service them. But a lot of times they don't know what you're selling, so that they cannot. So therefore they cannot buy what you're selling because they don't understand your offer. So anchor. The part of anchor simply means that we understand what is our unique selling proposition and what are our extraordinary selling propositions. Now, you might be thinking, what are you on about with extraordinary selling proposition? I've never heard of that. I don't know if you have, but I would like to think that I've thought about it, but I believe that other people also have thought about it, because the truth is universal and nobody owns it. So your unique selling proposition often comes from, let's say, your experiences, what you know, and everything else. For example, I've been an athlete, and a lot of times when I coach, people feel that I coach like an athlete because I've been an athlete. I've been a boxer. I've done a whole number of sports from the time I was growing up. And also, I have a marketing and finance background, which then also assist and guide and help my clients with the way I approach things and the way I work with them. However, my extraordinary selling points are my visions, my convictions, how I see things, how I view things, how I speak about things, my faith and everything. Those are my extraordinary selling points because those are so uniquely me. How I talk, how I behave, that actually is so uniquely me that it allows my brand to stand out, because nobody is exactly you. Nobody can say, oh, I had a problem growing up with the fact that I was told. That story is prime is me, for example. People used to tease me and call me palm tree, electricity pole, and things like that. Not a lot of people might have that story. So when I share these points about my life, it makes it so uniquely me, and it allows me to stand out in a category of one. When I speak about my faith, I'm bold enough to speak about my faith and use faith lessons, faith scriptures, and use it in business to teach. That's also me. That's my approach to coaching and my understanding. Just me. So that falls under your extraordinary selling points. So once you understand that your vision, your purpose, your convictions, your beliefs, and everything, and you infuse it into your brand, that becomes your extraordinary selling point. And then we bring it together with our USP, unique selling points, and that then allows us to anchor our offers in us, in what we have to sell, and we can definitely now speak about it a lot more boldly. And then we go and work with what is the market talking about. Also, a lot of times what I've realized is that there's a huge disconnect about between what you are selling and what the market thinks that you are selling. And often it is because y'all are speaking different languages. You're speaking Mandarin and they're trying to speak English. And a lot of times you'll find experts using expert languages and how do you call this thing? I forgot the term. I'm not an English speaker, first language is English speaker, so I forgot the term. But it's more, yeah, they use a lot of industry jargons. And if let's say you're a femininity coach, like one of my clients, my previous clients, she's a femininity coach, and she has a lot of things that she knows, like the huntress, there's this different type of femininity. But a lot of times, people don't even know that. So if she out here creating content talking about the huntress all the time and all this ish, it's not landing because they're not getting it. You get it? So it's important then to attune what you are saying to what the market actually is hearing. And then also the other thing that I find is that many entrepreneurs, especially coaches, often tend to niche down by demographics. But here's the thing, I'm 33. Yeah, I'm 33. And I'm completely different to maybe the next 33-year-old. So my life looks completely different. So if you're trying to speak to me and you are only niching down on the fact that I'm I'm a 33-year-old female living in the suburbs, making this and this type of income, and your message is just focusing on that, you are missing the mark. Whereas if you're speaking, you are trying to sell a program or a service that needs to speak uniquely to me, then you need to understand what are my driving factors. And this is how we then further on anchor your message into with your ideal clients, because we aim to understand what are their driving factors and also what is pushing them. So we go a lot more into psychographics, we go a lot more into understanding consumer behavior so that you are able to propel then your message. And we are moving into the propel. So now that once we have understood who we are and who our people are, then we obviously now can tailor our message to infuse both who we are and who our people are, and then it becomes a potent marketing message because it is speaking to all of you, to you and to them. So now it's able to magnetize because now you know that, okay, I'm trying to speak to Tanya. Tanya is a mom. When she's making a decision, she's thinking about the child as well and how those decisions affect her life. Tanya is a minimalist. I'm a minimalist. I really don't like a lot of stuff. I'm not really about the whole, let's say, the online space, about the Lamborghini and stuff like that. I really, frankly, I don't give a ish. I really don't give a ish about Lamborghinis and everything else. They are beautiful, and if I can afford it, I don't know. When I can afford it, I don't think I even will buy one because I just don't see the use. I'm not a fan. So if you now trying to speak to Tanya and you infuse a belief system into your market, now we are becoming relevant because now Tanya is able to pay attention. She can pay attention to what you are saying because you are speaking a language. So now that is how we create we propel your marketing message. Now, we propel your marketing message to stand out and then allows you to create, it helps you become a category of one. And a lot of times what we do, we use content to do this because content is one of the most powerful marketing and sales tools available to any entrepreneur. The thing is, when somebody's being hit with an ad, and know it's an ad, so they don't really watch, really do they watch. How times have you been on YouTube where an ad has come up when you're watching a video and you've stayed and watched the ad? A lot of times the ads because you want to get back into the content that you are watching or whatever you are, however you consume content. So I don't know, even when I read blog posts and there's an ad, I just close because I'm not interested. I'm really not interested. So a lot of times content is one of the most powerful because you gain trust, you get you gain the know like trust factor, but you also gain the respect because I believe that you need respect. People need to respect you as an authority and as an expert in order for them to pay you. Because they have to be like, yeah, I respect this person, I respect what they stand for, I respect their business, and I'm going to pay to learn from them or whatever you are selling. You get me? Cool. So once we have done that, then we work on your content. Now we take what we have learned from the anchor phase, then we infuse that into our content, we infuse that into our copy, we infuse that into everything else that we're doing because why people sometimes think a marketing message is just one thing. Marketing message is a number of things. How you position yourself, how your brand is viewed, how you send emails. Your marketing message is wide. So we want to infuse what we know from the anchor phase into the propel phase. So now we can magnetize our people because now that we understand them, now we are able to speak to them. Therefore, they will pay attention to us. And this is what we want. We want them to pay attention to us. So now once we have done that, they are magnetized, they are listening to Crystal. They're listening to Crystal, and Crystal, they like every time Crystal posts a piece of content, they are watching that piece of content or they're reading whatever she posts. Now we want to know who is going to be our clients, and this is how we know them because now we move into the cure phase. It's not that you are going, I'm not trying to say that you're going to do it step by step, but I'm explaining the step by step so now you can understand what we do at Wiz Digital Academy. And if this is something that you would love assistance with, book a consultation, drop me a DM via Instagram. The details will be here. Let's chat and see if we could I could come in and partner with you to actually guide you on this entire journey. So when we go into the cure phase, the cure phase comprises of two steps, which is lead gen and of course sales. Because we cannot just, okay, now we have a magnetizing marketing message. Now what? We want to monetize the eyeballs that we have. So once we do that, then obviously we have a viable business and it's no longer an expensive hobby. So once we've worked on this and this is done. So the next thing that we do is lead gen. So there is two ways that I teach how to do lead gen within my program, and I go into a lot more depth with that. But I show you the different types of lead gens that then moves on to generating orders, because now in this phase what we are trying to do is actually move people into having a conversation, because not everybody in your audience are going to be ready to have a conversation at the time that you are posting your content. Some will be like really, really ready, and some will be, okay, I'm trying to figure out my life right now. And some will be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know I had a problem. Let me find out a lot more about it. And I go into a lot more depth about this in a lot of my programs in the different stages of brand awareness, of problem awareness, and also even in the course, the mini course that I have on course creation. I actually go in a lot more depth as well in there as well. So if you are not ready yet to invest in offers that sell or easy sales, then you want to check out the mini course creator blueprint. I'll leave the link down below in the description box. And yeah, you can always check it out and see if that is something that you would service you. So once we have the lead gen and we know we work on moving the conversation from, okay, I've raised my hand to, and I'm saying I got a problem, to now I am converting and paying you to solve my problem. And this is still using content. So there are different steps, and I teach it inside the program. I have a framework inside my program called the 3 layers content system that I teach, that actually will take your clients from cold to hot, so that by the time they're having a conversation with you, they are ready to pay you, and they really don't have any more objections, because the content that you have been putting out has handled all their problems. They have identified their problem. They know what's the problem. They know that why they should solve it, and it handles objections as well. And also it attracts the premium clients and the dream clients. I say the dream clients because those are clients that are not needy and that are not trying to be codependent. Because a lot of times, and I think I've also shared it on one of my social media platforms, in a post where I say that you don't want to create content that is constantly agitating pain in people's lives, because you will attract clients, but a lot of times you can attract codependent clients, clients that are always complaining, clients that don't put in the work, clients that are looking for a magic pill, and that is not what you want. You want clients that are going to be invested in this just as much as you are. And this is essentially how the APK method works to help you with getting clients. So we anchor. The anchor phase is primarily you and your people. Then we propel by taking what is from the anchor phase and then incorporating it into your message, into your brand, into everything that you stand for, and actually speaking these things and putting it out so that then it gains relevancy. And we use that through the 3 layers. We do this through the 3 layers content system, because the 3 layers content system is actually helping you build brand awareness, nurture, and then convert your prospects. So this is what we do, and that is also how we use it then to cure your whole lead gen issues, because now people are not like, they're like, I know Tanya can help me, I know Christelle can help me, I know Mary can help me. So now they are raising their hands a lot more when they need assistance and guidance, and then you can take them on that journey and convert into high paying premium clients. I hope this video was helpful. If you would like to speak to me about how you can incorporate the system into your business, reach out to me via the DMs on IG or book a consultation. But I would advise you reach out via the DMs, because sometimes I just would prefer to have a chat first before we get on a call to establish if this is even something that you should be considering and everything. I don't bite. I don't hard sell. And frankly, I turn a lot of people away from working with me if they are not ready. So you don't have to worry that I'm going to hard sell you on anything. That is not what I do. I don't believe into that. If you're ready, you're ready. I don't believe in convincing. I am not in the convincing business. So on this note, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this with somebody that might need it. Follow me on social media. Let's continue the discussion there. On this note, I'll see you next week. Bye.